Okay, good morning, guys. So today is today I am talking about how I'm sure you noticed that there is a lot brighter today, so I got some help with the technology. I'm using an encoder for YouTube live streaming, so I could use my. Who really like cool stuff like computers, phone. I like reading books about technology, robots, and all that. So it was kind of a challenge for me to actually choose, between computer engineering and mechanical engineering. It was a little bit difficult, but eventually I settled on, mechanical engineering. So I decided to self-study in computer engineering. So while in school, I was doing some stuff on computer as well. Well, I did well in academics. I graduated with good grades, but I knew something was missing when I was in school. Pretty much, I was preoccupied with a lot of theories, a lot of tests and exams, and even some courses that has nothing to do with my goals, my dreams. And you know what? I just had to get this paper, right? I had to get a degree in mechanical engineering. So I came out of school pretty much not adequately prepared for the industry. Even on social skills level, on the technical knowledge, and experience that could be directly applicable on the job. So I struggled for about 2 years really before I could get a job, of course, which I did in a different profession, and that's how I came about supply chain management. So this type of experience in a way is also a dilemma for those hiring managers, because those hiring managers, they're looking to hire somebody who is already equipped with the right type of skill set, both on the social skills, the soft skills, interpersonal communication, and all that. But then they end up with these raw talents that they have to train. They have to basically train them to meet the standards of the industry. So what then happens is when you think about it, this is some of these same situation that some of the same dilemma that hiring managers are facing. When they're trying to hire experienced professionals with a different cultural background, that is those job seekers who are internationally trained and they didn't have any previous work experience here in Canada. The dilemma is this, that these guys though they do look like they have those experience on the job, they have this expertise, this technical skill set, but you know what, they do not have that cultural context to their experience. For example, you will be working with customers, suppliers, and these guys have a different way they speak, and if you're not careful, they probably might not hear what you were saying. I had those type of experiences where it's pardon me, a lot of times, where people cannot really hear what you're saying. So the hiring manager expectations, beyond just your skills, your technical skills and your expertise, it also has to do with your effective communication, and these are a whole lot of stuff, right? Like your ability to be able to communicate, interpersonal communication, even your body language, what you did not say, these things, they are really very critical to your success in job search. Your presentation skills, your writing skills, these are all part of the expectations of the hiring manager, that you are able to do this, not like within a different cultural background. If they were hiring you for working maybe another country, is a different thing, but they're hiring you for a job here in Canada, and those things are really very important, that you have adapted those skill sets to the Canada context. So I'll leave it at that. There is also the social proof of your capability. They have an expectation that there is a social proof of your capability here in Canada. If you haven't worked here in Canada, of course you wouldn't have that, because guess what? When you step on that plane, basically some of the decisions you made is you were cutting off all the connections you had in an industry which is back home in your home country, and then you're moving here into Canada and you're gonna have to build that network from scratch. So this is why it is very challenging for you to be able to basically have that or meet that expectation, that is your capability. Is there any social proof of that in Canada? You would see that's why sometimes they will say you should volunteer, but that's a different topic entirely. Well, what they're saying is that they need somebody who will be able to say, I've worked with you, and I think this guy is great. I work with him maybe on a project in Winnipeg or in Ontario or Toronto, and then I think he has that capability. So the thing is also this, that this is the way that companies are hiring. A lot of the jobs you see online, why those jobs are being posted online, simultaneously, they're actually searching through their networks to find somebody who is capable of doing those jobs through their networks, through their contacts, through folks who are actually working with them, their current employees. So when you see those jobs posted online, uh, there are people also who they are looking to apply to those jobs, through the employers networks. Uh, but guess what? Those guys have referral in that sense. So in a way, the hiring manager is kind of guaranteed that, yeah, these guys, I'm getting it through a trust relationship, so those people know that they can do well. And as of today, we have the case of Ernst and Young, EY. Ernst and Young is a consulting firm, and they actually in an article mentioned that 50% of their current employees were hired through referral programs. Just so you know, this is not just a fad we're talking about here. Finally, there is the issue of integrity of those people who are just coming from another country, and we don't know, what they are, if they are loyal people. Well, you have this paperwork which references, right? But you know what, if you are internationally trained professional who has no experience here in Canada, of course they will have to rely on references maybe from your own country. So which is, in that case, you're taking a leap of faith, to obtain reference from somebody who is 10,000 miles away from Canada. So when you have this type of situation as well, if they had somebody who is more competitive in terms of the technical skills, and then they have their references locally here in Canada that they have worked and stuff like that in Canada, wouldn't they go for that? I'm just saying, I'm not saying they don't do references over those long distances, but it is a step of faith, right? They're taking a leap of faith to rely on those references. So that is those issues that I thought to bring to your attention today, especially for the job seekers, that this is something that we are all dealing with. But I hope those insights in terms of the expectation of an hiring manager, is something you can take with you today, because beyond just paperwork, those resume that we send on applications, um, you know, the real work really is the people's work, and these are all in the category of people's work. Your social proof, who could refer you to those job opportunities. So it was said in the same article I quoted earlier that people who have referral for the job applications actually have they're twice likely to be shortlisted, and beyond that also, they have 40% better chance of being hired if they have referral, than people would not have referral. So I hope I got that right. So bottom line is this: if you appreciate this, if you value this insight I provided, please make a comment about this. If you can relate with these things I'm talking about too, I mean, don't be shy to make a comment about it. Please share, like, and then also, if you are not the one struggling with these things, you could also share with those people are having this struggle with job search, in Canada. Well, thanks for today. I hope to bring you another content tomorrow. Hopefully, I might be talking about those things you need to take care of before you step on that plane, so that you know that so that this information I'm providing, you could use them, to be more prepared, for your landing in Canada. So that way you're more prepared for you to get a job in your profession here soon in Canada. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.